Hello everyone. This is Adele Businger from TheseTemporaryTints.com, and I am sharing another app slash website that I use in our homeschool. This one is called Pearltrees, and as you can see, I'm sharing my screen here. This is similar to Pinterest, but it has some different applications to it. It's a bookmarking tool that I use to keep track of all the free resources that we found online. As you can see, you can download the app on Google Play or on iTunes for the iPhone and iPad. And the site is pretty simple. It's pretty much drag and drop. What you can do is save any link or image or file that you want to, and it's available to you on your apps and on any computer that you want to use. You just go to the website. And so it's similar to Evernote in that sense. In another sense, it's more just a bookmarking. It's not typing in information or anything. So this is my home page where I have been creating different collections, is what they're called here. We have our free resources collection, my collection of homeschoolers that have YouTube channels, a collection of articles and help with homeschooling, and collection of Korean language tools that I share with people. So we're going to look at my ultimate list of homeschool rabbit trails, which is my free resources. And the nice thing I like about Pearltrees is because you can embed different categories into your collections. So I have this ultimate list, and when I click on it, I'll be taken to my page with all the categories, and those I can click on, and then it'll take me to the specific items that I've saved. And I can even save a collection inside of another collection if I want to add it later. So as you can see here, I've created, inside of my ultimate list collection, I've created categories of elementary resources, middle school resources, science, history, social studies, computer skills, performing arts, philosophy. If I want to just add another collection, I would simply go here to add, and then I can add a collection, a web page, a file, a photo, a note, or import. And I would add another collection. You name it. I can name it geography. You can write what you want, whatever summary that you want for it. So free geography resources, and then you can change the image by clicking there, and then you can find whatever image you want to use for it, or you can simply leave it blank and it will be your image that you have for your main account, which is usually your profile picture, or it'll be the image that you used for the last collection. And what I've been doing is going to PicMonkey and designing my own little images for each collection so that it's nice and simple. It's usually just a background and some text that shows what each collection is. It helps it be visually enticing, I guess. So as you see, I created the geography tab right there, the collection, and I can drag it wherever I want. I can drag it down here into my drop zone if I want to put it somewhere else. Just drag it over here. And then when I click on it, it's going to be empty because I just created it. And I can just click this to start adding the web pages, the files, the pictures, and the notes that I want to put in this collection, or the imports. I'm not exactly sure what imports are. Let's click it and see here. Oh, so like another collection maybe? I'm not sure. But if I wanted to upload a file, if I wanted to create a note, I can just add a note right here, type in something. But mostly I use Pearltrees for collecting web pages. I like Pearltrees because you can bookmark an entire page and you don't have to have a pinnable image. Pinterest is great, except if it doesn't have a good image, you can't really save it. Like if you have a website that's all flash animations and there's really no image to pin, you can't save it on Pinterest. So Pearltrees, I can simply type in the URL address and it will save that. It's kind of a screenshot, and I'll show you here. We're going to go from geography, we're going to go back up to our main set of categories here, and we're going to go to free books and online books. And as you can see, it kind of takes a little screenshot of each page, or it uses an image. And you can change the images on these too. I just prefer to have an image of the screenshot of the website. And so the nice thing also about this is when you click on one, it will bring up a preview of the website. So if that's not exactly what you're looking for, you don't have to, you're not just seeing just the image that Pinterest grabs. You're seeing a screenshot here. And if it's a blog post, it'll give you the blog post to read right there instead of having to click over to the site. But right here is where you can click to go to the website. You can share it from Pearltrees. You can edit the image and the title, like I said, or you can just flip through them like this and see the next one in the collection. So as you're going through here and creating, if you wanted to create another collection within this collection, you would just simply come up here and click Add, name your collection, add an image if you want to, and then you can start adding websites into that collection. So it's kind of like a tiered bookmark collection here that you can make. So I'm going back to the main page here. I'm going to delete our geography unit that we created by simply dragging it here to the trash. And I'm going to show you some of the tools that you can have for collecting these websites. So what I would do is I installed Pearltrees app on Chrome, which is up here in the corner, this little star. And so when I go and find a website that I really want to save that has really cool free stuff for my kids, like this is Chrome and Lego have teamed together to make a building game on Chrome that you can use, kids can use to build with Legos. So I want to save this in my art collection. So I would click the Pearltrees up here on my Chrome. Okay. And down here you can see it has all my collections. And I can click this arrow on the ultimate list and go down and find art and art history, and I will just simply click it and it says done. This page is in art and art history, and if I want to see my collection, I just click and it will load up the collection for me here, art and art history, and it'll show me right here that I added build with Chrome. It goes oldest is on the bottom, newest is on the top, just like Pinterest does. And say it saved the page but it didn't have, say it had something weird for the title up here, I can simply click edit, title, and I can say whatever I want it to say. Build with Chrome, Lego, game. That way it's more descriptive for me and I know what I saved. So I'll show you that one more time with Doodly. Okay, so I go to Doodly and I want to save this whole site, the whole site. So I would make sure up here it would say doodle.ly, and I would click on Pearltrees, go down to my art and history, and I would click it and it would automatically add it to my collection. See this page, and it will update. Might have to refresh the page here. There we go, Doodly right here, and it has a little site, and I can click this, and I want to edit the title and say it's an online sketch. So that way we'll know what it is when we're looking through here for ideas. And then it's right there, and all my art links are right there. The other great thing about Pearltrees is that, well, there's several great things about Pearltrees, but you can discover things based on your interests. So I've created a homeschool collection, several homeschooling collections, and a Korean language collection. And up here, every once in a while, it will update. And if I click up here on the My Interests, it'll show me other collections that are being made kind of similar to what I've created. So, you know, I've created music, technology, language arts, learning. It'll show me different collections, and I can look at those collections and I can like them. I can even add other people's collections to my collection. I can add them to my Pearltrees so that they're all handy there for me to look at. And I can also have a network of people that I can see who added the same websites as I did to their collections. And so it's kind of like a community. You can kind of see, you can add friends, you can comment on other people's collections, you can discover other new things. And then the other great thing is when you create a collection, like my ultimate list, I can add somebody. I'm trying to click it here. I can team up on this collection. I can find a friend on Pearltrees, add them to this collection, and they can add to it also. Like you have multiple people that pin to the same Pinterest board. I can also share this list with several social media. I can share the link. I can embed it onto my blog, which I'm going to be doing because I do want to share my ultimate list. It's huge. Tons of free websites, printables, books that you can get and use for your homeschooling. I can email it to people. So it's pretty easy to share these links. And, you know, it's just a great way to collect websites. On Pinterest, it's great to collect pictures, but I don't like how Pinterest is set up where you have to have a picture, and then when you click on that picture, it just takes you to the pin, and then you have to click it to go to the website. You kind of have to do the same thing on Pearltrees, but yet it kind of simplifies things because you can save a whole website rather than just one single post, one single image, and so you kind of are collecting whole websites rather than individual little posts. And so I've created my list here based on entire websites to look around on and not single posts. Like on my computer skills, I only saved websites that have more than one resource. They're a whole website of resources rather than just one single free printable that's only available to subscribers only. You know, I'm making sure that it's all free resources all the time. And you can also see up here that how many people have viewed this list, how many items are in each collection, and when it was created here. And you can also, the reason why this has been viewed so many times is because I shared it a couple of times on Facebook. I shared the link, and that's the other easy thing is I can share the link on Facebook and everyone can view it, no matter if they're a member of Pearltrees or not. So it's a great bookmarking tool. There's tons of uses for it, and I do recommend it. I need to test out the app a little bit more, but the nice thing is you have the apps on Android and for iPhone and iPad, so you have access to your Pearltrees bookmarks on the on the apps also. So my kids can come in here and go to the rabbit trails list that I have and find something cool to do, you know, that's completely free and they can just mess around on it. So I hope you guys can check out Pearltrees, and if you want to find me on Pearltrees, I am Deldobus up here, and I'm going to be sharing my collections that I've made on my blog soon at thesetemporarytints.com. We'll see you next time.